Good morning, guys. Today we are filming a little summer morning routine. I'm gonna keep it very real, show you guys everything I do in the mornings, pretty much from 6:30 when I typically wake up on a weekday up until the early afternoon. I feel like in the summer, because I have a lot more time most days, that my morning routine is pretty dragged out. So I do quite a few steps in the beginning to start my morning off, and then I do some work for a couple hours. I'll have breakfast, I'll work out, and then I will finish off my morning routine habits. First things first, sometimes before I even get out of bed, I put on my Apple Watch, because you know that if I'm waking up at 6:30, I'm definitely gonna get a stand credit for being up between 6 and 7. The next thing I do, I make my bed right away because I just feel way more motivated when it's already made. I usually put on a little podcast or some music just to motivate me to get it done, because I'm extra lazy in the morning before I've had my coffee. After making my bed, I refill my water bottle and I take all my supplements, starting with collagen and electrolytes. But to be honest, I didn't really like collagen water, so I'm trying to figure out when I can add collagen into my routine in the day. So I'll give you an update in my next morning routine, which will probably come out in the fall. I take all my vitamins, minerals, and supplements. So this is vitamin B complex, vitamin D, iron, and then a biotin supplement that also has trace levels of vitamin A, vitamin C, and vitamin E. After that, I put on a cute workout set because nothing makes me feel more motivated than getting dressed for the day. And once I have my workout set on, I am way less likely to skip a workout. Then my favorite part of my morning is making my coffee, and I'm so excited that I had one of my La Colombe Double O latte cans with me, because this is my absolute favorite coffee. It is literally so good. You guys have to try this. We are going to be doing something I am obsessed with, which is nail care. Now, I am trying to grow out my nails because honestly, I get my nails done every month and they're only lasting 3 weeks right now. Typically, when my nails are strong, they'll last a month, 5 weeks, but every time I get my nail extensions, they're falling off. And so I've been getting nail extensions, I'd say consistently since I was 16, and I'm 22 now. And then I took a break during COVID, tried to grow out my nails. Eventually, once I could get them done again, I did, but I'm trying to grow them out again because right now I'm getting them done. I'm spending $100 to get these nails done and they keep breaking. So that is a new thing I'm trying this summer, is growing out my nails. I'm just using this nail and cuticle replenishing oil. It's just some random brand that I had at home, and I'm waiting. Oh, actually, I think it's OPI. Well, that's interesting. But I am waiting for OPI Nail Envy to come today. It's supposed to arrive. So I'm doing my nails. I'm hoping that they will grow over the summer. I know that growing out your nails is something you do have to commit to, but I honestly want to put in the work, because something I am kind of challenging myself to this summer is challenging my insecurities. And so what I mean by that is when I have my nails off and I just have my natural nails, I honestly hate how my natural nails look, and I just feel much more confident, more sassy, more like myself when I have my nails done. But we are rewriting the script on that so I can try to grow beautiful natural nails, and it's something I've actually always wanted. So that is why I am trying to challenge myself this summer to grow them out and commit to them. Part of me has been trying to use the excuse you shoot Instagram content, you should have your nails nice and beautiful. It's investing in you, it's investing in your business, and that is true. But first of all, you can barely see my nails in majority of my pictures, and honestly, I feel the end result will be worth it. And if I do end up cracking and getting my nails done, it is what it is. It's not that deep where I'm I'm insecure about my nails, I have to get them done, I like to change who I am. It's not that deep. If I want to get my nails done eventually and this isn't working, I will go back to getting them done. But this is kind of what we're just doing right now. My God, La Colombe coffee is the best coffee. I'm gonna start my morning routine, as I always do, by journaling. You guys know that journaling is a huge part of my routine, and that is what I'm gonna be doing. I'm just gonna be mind dumping, writing all my feelings down, and then I'll do the daily little things that I told you about in my Hot Girl Summer Glow Up video. So gratitude, affirmations, visualizing how I wanna feel in the day, and then just making a to-do list. That's what I do in my journal typically every day. So this is your sign to grab your journal and journal with me. I've got my breakfast, which looks so good. I just made like an oat bowl. The oats, I don't really know if they're cooked because I've never made this oatmeal before, but it's basically like a blueberry chocolate chip cookie oatmeal. Also, sorry about the noise. We have the cleaning lady here and I'm outside, but the windows are open so you can hear cleaning and stuff. This is just rolled oats, some salted caramel peanut butter, some chocolate chips, blueberries, whipped cream because we were out of coconut whip, and I needed something creamy today, and some cinnamon. I'm pretty sure they're gluten-free, but they also desperately need salt, so I'll add salt next time, but it's really good. I love oatmeal. I feel like it's so comforting, and it's healthy, lots of fiber. The fiber in oatmeal actually can lower cholesterol in your blood, so I always get my parents to eat oatmeal, and it's honestly really good. Right now, what we're gonna do, we are actually gonna plan my habits for July. So this isn't something I would typically do like every morning. This is just something I'm doing because we're at the beginning of the month. I have a moment to, and I honestly feel like the energy of the day is a little bit weird. Threads just came out and I'm honestly obsessed with it, but I'm not really feeling the hustle mentality today. I don't know. So I want to do some personal stuff for me, and I feel like habit tracking is the best thing to do. So I grabbed my 2023 bullet journal. You guys know that I've been bullet journaling for I think 6 years now. I started in 2018 and I still do it. I don't do it as seriously as I used to, but we are going to be doing my habits. That's really the only thing I use my bullet journal for nowadays. I keep my spreads pretty minimum, so that's what we're going to be doing right now. Just going to be going over the habits I want to track in July. So for those of you following along, it's super easy. All you need is like a dot grid notebook, and then I basically start numbering the days of the month across, and then when you go down, you write all the habits you want to track. I've done this for, I want to say, how long have I done habit tracking? I think since 2019, maybe 2020. I've done it for a long time. It's one of the most useful things I find about bullet journaling. And so you just do as many lines down as you have for habits. So if I track 10 habits, I'll have like 10 vertical lines down. And then as you go along, you'll see in a minute here when I have the numbers, like let's say today is the 6th, and then you would go down and give like yourself a little mark for each habit you do at the end of the day. It's actually kind of worked out perfectly because I started this today, which is July 6th, and I actually have like from 6th to July 31st all across this page, and then I will just do the habits down this side. The fun part is choosing your habits. So there's been times where I've tracked like up to 35 habits. I typically don't track that many. More generally, I track about 20. I'm trying to focus on 10 habits because most of these are habits that I'm trying to do every day. And so if I'm trying to do habits on a daily basis, I want to choose ones that are most important to me and relevant to my life. I think about the areas of my life that are most important to me. So my personal life, health and fitness is a huge one for me. I think about my career occasionally. I don't love to track habits with career because I'm pretty disciplined with my career, and sometimes it can become a negative thing. Just knowing your boundaries for yourself. My bullet journal and my habit tracking is something I do for like the personal side of my life. So I don't typically include that much about my career. It's mostly personal and health and fitness. Sometimes a little bit about finances, but for the most part, it really does reflect my personal life and habits I want to build on a daily basis. There are a couple habits I have on here that are things I know I'm not going to do every day, but instead of tracking them and having like a goal of like doing them every day or not doing them every day, I track them just to see. I kind of refer to those as habits I want to be mindful of, not so much that I want to do every day. And so some of those habits include drinking alcohol. So if I have like no alcohol as a habit, if I don't drink, I would like mark it, but then on the days I do drink, I won't mark it at all. And that is nice because I get to see how many days out of the month, how many days in a week I'm drinking. And that's just something I like to be mindful of. I know drinking is not super great for my health. I also don't love how I feel when I drink. So that's kind of an example of a habit I want to be mindful of versus a habit that I'm trying to aim to do every day, which would be like being in bed by 10:30. Before I jump into writing down my habits, I just wanted to talk about something that I had to let go of when I started bullet journaling, and also as I'm trying to get back into it, and that is perfectionism and trying to make my journal look super aesthetic. I remember when I first started bullet journaling, I found myself a little disappointed with sometimes how my pages would turn out, and I would like either rip them out or just redo them, or I would try to change things and cover things up, which would end up just making it worse. And I feel like perfectionism is a form of procrastination, and it just stops us from doing things. It stops us from taking action and making the moves we want to make. So let go of the aesthetic, the perfectionism. A common thing I hear with bullet journaling is that people always say, oh, I'd want to make it perfect. But it's like, that's why you're not doing it, because you're so obsessed with the idea of it instead of how it makes you feel. That's something I've been keeping in mind, because I've kind of fallen off my bullet journal. I don't use it as much as I used to. And I've honestly just allowed myself to use it intuitively. If I don't feel like doing it one day, I don't. And there's been a lot of days this year where I haven't even picked it up. I remember halfway through March, I hadn't even set up my habit tracker, which is the thing I use every day. And it's kind of the only thing and only reason I still use my bullet journal. It's just something I have. I don't know if I'd say I lost interest in it, but it's something that is just not a part of my regular routine in life anymore. And I'm hoping that I will eventually get back into it. But right now I've just been so busy, and with my hands in so many different pools, it's something I can't put a large focus on in my life. But I'm pretty stubborn about continuing to do my habit tracker each night and just keeping up having a bullet journal in general and the habit of it, because I know how good it was for me at the beginning of my self-love and fitness journey. And I'm hoping that eventually I will get back into it, or maybe it'll evolve into something that I use in a different way that's helpful for me in this era of my life. But these are just some things I want to share with you guys as I continue to finish my habit tracker. I just want to talk about the habits I wrote down. So I got a little bit over 10. I've got in bed by 10:30, closed rings, physical or digital declutter, intentional consumption of sugar, under $10 spent each day, stretching out, nail strengthening, 64 ounces of water, no alcohol, reading a book, or just like reading in general, SPF, water my plants, and moisturize. For the first spread, this is one I actually had already done, but I thought I'd just talk about it briefly. Got my July goals, and I literally only have like a goal written down for health and wellness, but obviously there's room to write a goal for personal, career, finances, home, education, hobbies, travel and fun, relationships, and mental health as I see fit. And then the last page in the spread is just my July highlights, and this is where I write down the best moment of every single day. I've been doing this since 2017, and it's one of the most important habits that changed my life, so I love doing this. Okay, last step in our morning routine. Even though it's 2:30 in the afternoon, I am doing my workout for the day. I didn't have any particular workout plan, and I always know that when I don't plan my workout the night before, I go into it like a little less motivated, but it is what it is. I'm gonna walk on the treadmill. I'm just gonna do the best that I can. I'm kind of taking like a bit of a personal day, so I'm not really like pushing myself that hard. And one thing I really believe in, especially with like working out, is moving your body intuitively. And I'm just really craving a walk on the treadmill, clear my thoughts, watch some Gossip Girl, maybe scroll on Pinterest a little bit, just some feel good things. And so that is exactly what I'm gonna be doing. With that being said, I'm gonna end the video here with me just walking on the treadmill as an outro, give you a little bit of motivation for your day, because there's really nothing else to do left in my morning routine. And that is it from start to finish. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed filming it. I feel like every time I picked up the camera, I know it made me feel a lot better sharing like what I'm going through with you guys and how my day really is like. Like, this was a very realistic morning routine for me, and I tried to keep it as like realistic, as inspiring as possible, so I feel like there's a nice balance there. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching and all the love I've been getting in my videos recently. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more videos from me, and I will see you guys in the next one.